amazing English learners. Welcome back to Enhance Your English. I'm Emma. So, today I'm sharing something incredibly special with you, my top 10 quick English learning tips that actually work. Not the boring, generic advice you've heard 1,000 times, but real, proven strategies that I've personally used and that have transformed thousands of my students' English. Now, I've got to be honest with you. There's one tip in this video that is my absolute favorite. It's tip number 3, and honestly, it's the single technique that took my Spanish from beginner to conversational in just 4 months. No joke. When I share it with you, you're going to understand why it's so powerful. And here's the best part. I've saved a secret bonus tip for the very end of this video. It's something nobody talks about, but it's the reason why some people succeed with English while others give up. So make sure you stick around till the end because that bonus tip might just be the missing piece you've been looking for. Quick heads up. Even if you don't use all 10 tips, applying just 3 or 4 of these will dramatically improve your English in the next 30 days. I've seen it happen over and over again. And if you're new here, welcome to the Enhance Your English family. We're all about practical, real-world English skills that you can use immediately. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our weekly tips. Trust me, you'll want to be part of this community. Ready to transform your English? Let's jump in. Okay, tip number 1 is going to blow your mind. Did you know that just 1,000 words make up about 80% of everyday English conversations? 1,000 words, that's it. Most students waste months trying to memorize random, fancy vocabulary like flabbergasted or perplex when they don't even know common words like already, enough, or although. Here's what I want you to do instead. Focus on the most common 1,000 English words first. Master them completely, not just their meaning, but how to use them in sentences. Let me give you an example. The word get sounds simple, right? But it has like 50 different uses. Get up, wake up, get along, have a good relationship, get over, recover from something, get it, understand, get doing, start moving. See? One simple word, so many uses. That's power. So here's your action step. Google 1,000 most common English words. You'll find lists everywhere. Pick 10 words each week. Don't just memorize them, create sentences with them. Use them in conversation. Make them yours. Trust me, this alone will skyrocket your fluency. All right, tip number 2, and this is huge. Stop translating everything in your head. I know, it's hard. When someone says, "How are you?" your brain automatically translates it to your native language, thinks of the answer in your language, then translates it back to English. That's 3 steps. Native speakers? 1 step. They think directly in English. Now, I'm not saying this will happen overnight, but here's how you start. Method 1. Narrate your day in English. When you're brushing your teeth, think, "I'm brushing my teeth. The toothpaste tastes minty. I need to buy a new toothbrush." When you're cooking, think, "I'm chopping onions. Ouch, my eyes are watering. I should turn on the fan." Sounds silly? Maybe, but it works like magic. Method 2. Label everything in your house. Stick English labels on your furniture, appliances, everything. Every time you see refrigerator on your fridge, you're reinforcing that word without translation. Method 3. When you don't know a word, describe it in English instead of translating. Don't know the word screwdriver? Say, "the tool you use to tighten screws." Your brain starts working in English. I did this when I was learning Spanish, and within 3 months, I was dreaming in Spanish. No joke. Start today. Even 5 minutes a day of thinking in English will change everything. All right, Tip number 3, my absolute favorite technique. This is the one I promised you at the beginning. It's called shadowing, and let me tell you why I'm obsessed with this method. When I was learning Spanish, I tried everything: apps, textbooks, grammar exercises, and I was making slow progress. Then I discovered shadowing, and within 4 months, people, thought I had been speaking Spanish for years. So, what is shadowing? Here's how it works: you play an English audio, could be a podcast, a YouTube video, a movie scene, and you repeat everything you hear exactly as you hear it at the same time. Not after, at the same time, like you're their shadow. Why is this so incredibly powerful? First, you're training your mouth muscles to make English sounds correctly. Your tongue, your lips, your jaw, they're learning the physical movements of English. Second, you're copying natural rhythm, intonation, and stress patterns, the things that make you sound fluent, not robotic. Third, you're learning phrases in context, not isolated words. Your brain absorbs entire chunks of language. Fourth, you're building confidence because you're speaking at native speed, even if you don't understand everything yet. Here's exactly how to do it. Step 1, choose a short clip, 30 seconds to 1 minute. Pick something you enjoy. I love using TED Talk clips or movie scenes. Start with something emotional. It helps you copy the feeling, not just the words. Step 2, listen to it once without repeating. Understand the meaning. Get the context. Now, play it again and shadow it. Repeat everything simultaneously. Don't worry if you mess up, just keep going. Step 4, do this 5 to 10 times with the same clip until you can match their speed, tone, and emotion perfectly. I recommend doing this 10 to 15 minutes every day. In 1 month, just 1 month, people will ask you, "Wait, how did your accent get so good?" Pro tip: start with slower speakers and gradually move to faster ones. Barack Obama's speeches are perfect for beginners: clear, measured, and inspiring. This technique changed my life with Spanish, and I've seen it work miracles for my students. That's why it's my #1 favorite. Tip number 4 might sound crazy, but hear me out. Most students are terrified of making mistakes. They stay silent in conversations because they're afraid of saying something wrong. And you know what happens? They never improve. Here's the truth: mistakes are not your enemy. Mistakes are your best teacher. Every time you make a mistake and get corrected, your brain creates a stronger memory than if you just studied grammar rules in a book. So here's what I want you to do: make mistakes on purpose. Yes, you heard that right. Push yourself to speak even when you're not sure. Use that word you're uncertain about. Try that grammar structure you just learned. Will you sound silly sometimes? Maybe. Will some people judge you? Possibly. But will you learn 10 times faster? Absolutely. I have a student named Carlos. He used to be so shy, barely spoke in class. Then one day he decided, you know what? I'm going to make at least 5 mistakes in every class. Guess what happened? Within 2 months, his speaking improved more than in the previous 2 years because he was actually using the language, testing it, breaking it, rebuilding it. So repeat after me. Mistakes are good. Mistakes help me learn. I will make mistakes fearlessly. Remember, every native speaker was once a baby babbling nonsense. They learned through millions of mistakes. You can too. All right, tip number 5 is what I call the Goldilocks Principle. You know the story of Goldilocks? She wanted porridge that was not too hot, not too cold, but just right. Same with English learning materials. Many students make one of 2 mistakes. Mistake 1, they choose content that's way too difficult. They watch Game of Thrones with all that medieval vocabulary and get frustrated. Mistake 2, they choose content that's too easy. They stick with beginner materials forever and never challenge themselves. Both are wrong. Here's the perfect level. You should understand about 70 to 80% of what you're reading or listening to. If you understand 100%, too easy. You're not learning anything new. If you understand less than 50%, too hard. You'll just get frustrated and give up. But that sweet spot, 70 to 80%, that's where the magic happens. You understand enough to follow along, but you're constantly encountering new words and structures in context. How do you find your Goldilocks level? Try different podcasts, books, YouTube channels. If you're constantly pausing to look up words, it's too hard. If you're bored because you know everything, it's too easy. When you find that just right level where you're engaged and learning, stick with it for a while, then gradually level up. This one simple principle will save you months of wasted time. Tip number 6 changed my entire approach to language learning. Most people keep vocabulary notebooks where they write happy equals content, joyful, sad equals unhappy, depressed, angry equals mad, furious, boring, and honestly, not very useful. Here's what I want you to do instead. Collect phrases and sentences, not individual words. Let me show you the difference. Bad way, learn the word run. Good way, learn these phrases. I'm running late. I am delayed. We ran out of milk. We have no milk left. I ran into my teacher. I met by chance. This runs in my family. This is hereditary. See? You're not just learning a word, you're learning how native speakers actually use that word. Here's how to build your phrase collection. Method 1. When you hear or read something that sounds natural and useful, write down the entire sentence. For example, instead of writing although equals even though, write although it was raining, we decided to go for a walk. Method 2. Organize by situation, not by alphabet. Create sections like phrases for making plans, phrases for expressing opinions, phrases for apologizing, phrases for small talk. Method 3. Review by reading your sentences out loud, not by testing yourself on individual words. I have a student named Yuki who started doing this. She has a notebook full of phrases she's collected from Netflix shows, podcasts, conversations. Now when she speaks, she sounds incredibly natural because she's using real chunks of language that native speakers use. Here's your homework. Start your phrase notebook today. Collect at least 5 new phrases this week. Tip number 7 is simple but incredibly powerful. Most people think, I need to study English for 3 hours every day to get good. Wrong. Here's the secret. 15 minutes every single day beats 3 hours once a week. Every single time. Why? Because language learning is about repetition and consistency. Your brain needs regular exposure to create strong neural pathways. Think of it like watering a plant. If you dump a bucket of water once a month, the plant dies. But if you give it a little water every day, it thrives. Now, I know you're busy. We all are. That's why I created the 5-minute rule. Here's the deal. You commit to just 5 minutes of English every day. Not 30 minutes, not an hour, just 5 minutes. Sounds too easy? That's the point. When the barrier is so low, you have no excuse. Even on your busiest, craziest day, you can find 5 minutes. And here's what happens. Most days, you'll do more than 5 minutes because the hardest part is starting. Once you start, momentum takes over. But even if you only do 5 minutes, that's 35 minutes a week, 150 minutes a month, 1,825 minutes a year. That's over 30 hours of practice. Here are quick 5-minute activities. Shadow a short video clip. Review your phrase notebook. Listen to one English song and look up the lyrics. Write one paragraph about your day. Have a quick conversation with ChatGPT in English. Make it so easy you can't say no. Then watch the magic happen. Tip number 8 is sneaky but super effective. Right now, I want you to do something. Change your phone's language to English. Yes, right now. Your phone, your computer, your social media apps, everything. But Emma, you're thinking, what if I don't understand something? Perfect. That's exactly the point. Here's what happens when you do this. First, you're exposed to English dozens of times every day without any extra effort. Every notification, every menu, every button. English. Second, you learn practical, everyday vocabulary. You'll quickly learn words like settings, download, notifications, reply, words you actually use constantly. Third, you'll figure things out from context. Most apps are intuitive. You don't need to understand every word to know that the trash icon deletes things. I did this when I was learning Spanish. The first day was confusing. The second day was easier. By the end of the week, I didn't even notice. And the best part? You're learning passively. You're not sitting down to study. You're just living your life in English. Bonus tip, change your Netflix or YouTube language settings too. This way, your recommendations and captions will be in English, giving you even more exposure. This is probably the easiest tip on this list. It takes 30 seconds to do, and it pays dividends every single day. Tip number 9 is based on a famous saying. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. Here's the technique. Every time you learn something new in English, a grammar rule, a phrase, a vocabulary word, try to explain it to someone else. Don't have anyone to explain it to? Explain it to yourself. Pretend you're a teacher recording a YouTube video. For example, let's say you just learned the difference between make and do. Don't just memorize make equals create and do equals perform. Instead, explain it like this. Okay, so make is usually for creating or producing something. Make a cake, make a decision, make a mistake. But do is for actions and activities. Do homework, do exercise, do the dishes. There are some fixed phrases you just have to memorize, like make a phone call and do business. The best way to remember is through practice. See what happened? By explaining it, you processed the information more deeply, found gaps in your understanding, created a memorable story in your mind, practiced using English to talk about English. Here's your challenge. After every lesson or every time you learn something new, take 2 minutes to explain it out loud. Record yourself if you want. You can even start a learning journal where you explain concepts in your own words. This technique is used by top students in every subject, not just languages. It's called the Feynman technique, named after a famous physicist. Trust me, this will transform your learning. And finally, tip number 10, possibly the most important one. You cannot learn English alone. I don't care how many apps you use, how many books you read, how many videos you watch. If you're not using English with real people, your progress will be limited. Language is social. It's meant for connection, communication, conversation. So here's what you need to do. Find your English tribe. But Emma, I don't live in an English-speaking country. I hear you. Neither do most English learners, but we live in the age of the internet, my friend. The world is your classroom. Here are 5 ways to find your tribe. Option 1, join online language exchange platforms. Apps like HelloTalk, Tandem, or Conversation Exchange connect you with native speakers who want to learn your language. You help them, they help you. Win-win. Option 2, join English learning communities. Facebook groups, Discord servers, Reddit communities. There are thousands of English learners just like you looking for practice partners. Option 3, attend local meetups. Search English Conversation Meetup in your city. You'll be surprised how many groups exist. Option 4, find an online tutor or conversation partner. Platforms like italki, Preply, or Cambly let you talk to native speakers for super affordable prices, sometimes less than a coffee. Option 5. Create your own group. Find 3 to 4 friends who are also learning English. Meet once a week for English-only coffee. No native speakers needed, you're all learning together. I have a student named Ahmed who started an English breakfast club. Every Saturday morning, 6 people meet at a cafe, and for 1 hour, they only speak English. They discuss news, movies, share stories. He says it's the single most effective thing he's done for his English. Because here's the thing, when you have a community, you have accountability, you have motivation, you have support, you have fun. And when learning is fun and social, you'll stick with it. That's the real secret. So don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait until your English is good enough. Find your tribe today and start speaking. Okay, wow, we've covered a lot today. Let me give you a quick recap of all 10 tips. Tip 1, focus on high-frequency words, the 80-20 rule. Tip 2, stop translating, start thinking in English. Tip 3, use the shadowing technique, my favorite. Tip 4, make mistakes on purpose. Tip 5, find your Goldilocks level, not too easy, not too hard. Tip 6, collect phrases, not words. Tip 7, the 5-minute rule. Consistency beats intensity. Tip 8, change your phone language to English. Tip 9, teach what you learn. Tip 10, find your English tribe. Now, I know that's a lot to take in. You might be feeling a bit overwhelmed right now. So here's what I want you to do. Don't try to do all 10 tips at once. That's a recipe for burnout. Instead, choose 3 tips that resonate with you the most. Just 3. Write them down right now and commit to applying those 3 tips for the next 30 days. Here's my challenge to you. In the comments below, tell me which 3 tips you're choosing and why. I'm going to read every single comment and I'll give you personalized advice. And here's the exciting part. In 30 days, I want you to come back to this video and tell me your results. Did your English improve? What worked? What was challenging? I'm creating a community of serious English learners who actually apply what they learn, not just consume content. Are you in? All right, you made it. You stayed till the end, which means you're serious about your English. So here's the bonus tip I promised you, and this one is gold. Bonus tip, celebrate small wins every single day. This is the secret that separates students who succeed from students who quit. Every time you successfully use a new word in conversation, celebrate. Every time someone understands you, celebrate. Every time you understand a movie scene without subtitles, celebrate. We're so focused on the big goal, fluency, that we forget to acknowledge progress along the way. But here's the truth. Language learning is a marathon, not a sprint. If you only celebrate when you reach fluency, whatever that means, you'll burn out before you get there. So here's what I want you to do. Keep a success journal. Every single day, write down one thing you did well in English, just one. Today, I understood a whole podcast episode. Today, I had a 5-minute conversation without switching to my native language. Today, I learned 3 new phrases and used them. This keeps you motivated. This reminds you that you are making progress even when you don't feel like it. Because you are. Every single day you practice, you're getting better. Even if you can't see it yet, it's happening. I have a student who kept this journal for 6 months. When she looked back, she was shocked at how much she had improved. She went from, I can't speak English, to, I had a 30-minute conversation with a stranger today. That's the power of celebrating small wins. It builds momentum, it builds confidence, it builds success. So start your success journal today. And remember, every small step forward is still forward. All right, my beautiful English learners, that's all for today. Remember, these tips work only if you actually use them. Knowledge without action is just entertainment. So right now, pause this video, scroll down, and commit to your 3 tips in the comments. I'm seriously waiting to hear from you. I read every single comment and I love connecting with you all. Now, if this video helped you, and I really hope it did, please smash that like button. It tells YouTube to share this with more learners who need it. Let's help as many people as possible improve their English. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. We post practical, no-nonsense English tips every single day, and I don't want you to miss a single lesson. Plus, you'll be joining an incredible community of motivated English learners from all around the world. Share this video with your English learning friends, your classmates, your study group. Let's build this community together and help each other succeed. Before I go, I want to say this. I'm so proud of you. The fact that you watched this entire video all the way to the bonus tip shows that you're serious about improving. That commitment, that dedication, that's what will make you successful. Your English journey might be long and it might have ups and downs, but you're not walking it alone. I'm here with you. This community is here with you, cheering you on every single step of the way. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep enhancing your English. I'm Emma, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!